Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Points of Articulation. My name's Dave, and today we have another Star Wars Armada review. This one is the Nebulon B Frigate expansion pack. Now, the Nebulon B is probably one of my most loved ships from the Rebel fleet. I love the design ever since I saw it in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. And now it's going to be in Rebels soon. It was in Rogue One, so it's pretty awesome. Now, just like when I reviewed the CR-90 Corellian Corvette from last review, this comes with cards, tokens, and a couple dials. So just like before, I'm going to go over all that stuff, and then we'll take a look at the base, and then the ship itself, compare it, and then we'll be done. So, unlike my last review, I'll start it off like this. When you get a ship that is about this size, it will come in a little box like this. It's a clamshell, so nobody can steal anything. And it's pretty good. This is the Imperial Light Cruiser, seen in Rebels and the Clone Wars. Pretty awesome ship. Then on the back it tells you what you get with it. The base is a little different. I wish this had a base like this. But what are you going to do? Because this one, I don't know. I don't roughhouse, but come on. That looks like it's going to break, even though it's not. So it's pretty cool. Now, this ship retails around 19 to 20 bucks. I got mine, just like the CR-90 Corvette, pretty cheap. I think this one was about $14 on Amazon. I saw one on there today for about 12 or 11. I think it was 11 and change. But, they disappear and then new ones pop up. Amazon's funny like that. So, let's get right to the review. Okay, for dials and tokens, we have 2 command dials this time. 1 speed dial, which I always like. Makes your ships have more maneuverability or go faster. Ship ID tokens, this is number 6 in the set. Defensive tokens. Objective tokens. Command tokens. Victory tokens. And squadron tokens. Now for the upgrade cards, you can pause it to read them. But I'm just going to read the name and, go through all of them. First up, Engineering Team. Engine Techs. Defense Liaison. Intel Officer. Enhanced Armament. X-17 Turbo Lasers. Ship title Salvation. And a ship title, always bad with the pronunciations. Yar Varus. And now to the ship cards. Okay, first up we have the Nebulon B Support Frigate, which has 5 hull. We have 1 dice Squadron Defense, 2 Command, 1 Squadron, 3 Engineering. Nice red dice. Speed goes up to 3 with a double click at the top. Let me get this one out of the way. Some upgrades down there, 51 points. And I've read a lot of people get a huge fleet of these, and they snipe the whole game. Well, they call it sniping. It's when they move around and just fire from a far distance. So that's pretty cool. So next we have the Nebulon B Escort Frigate. Now, this one has more anti-squadron dice, 2 blue instead of 1. And for the most part, these are the same. The upgrades are the same. The points, this is 6 points higher. The only major difference besides the anti-squadron is right here. We have 2 command, 2 command, 2 squadron, 1 squadron, and then the engineering's the same. So it's just 1 point difference, really. But, it's up to you which one you want to choose. So now let's take a look at the base, and then we'll finally get to the ship. And here we have the base. Right here is the support refit. And again, you could turn that over and have the Nebulon B Escort Frigate. It depends on what you want to choose. Underneath we have our shields. And I always love this nice clear stand. I think that's a nice touch. And then we have our little support beam / stand where the ship could slide in. Again, you push it in like that. And then you force it up. and it locks it into place, and this ain't going nowhere. So that's pretty cool. And what I like about these sets is you assemble all this. Like, you put this together. I like that. It's like a puzzle. So now let's get to the ship. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have the beautiful Nebulon B frigate. Now, first off with the paint, we have a nice dark gray. I guess we could say it's the main color. All around this way, down here. And then we have a nice tan, similar to the Corellian Corvette. We have that dark red, nice. And then we have green, sort of like a World War II khaki green right here, olive green. And then we have black. And this ship is hit with a black wash from this section here all the way down. Same for this side. And this butt section, the aft, I don't know why there's no... Like, there is some sort of black wash on it, but I have to agree with many people that say that it's not really painted that well, which is a shame. But, if you're good with stuff like that, you could fix it. On the back, our engines are painted black, a little sloppy, but what are you going to do? And then the engines themselves are painted nice blue, and I do like that. Now that I'm done with the paint, let's take a look at this beautiful mold. And despite its lack of paint in the butt, I think it looks fantastic. And just look at all these lines. And even these little sections here, like this black piece, it's all, I guess you could say it's ribbed, I don't know. We have some smooth sections, some thin pieces. The green part is angled. Just a lot of different details in here. Like, they did a great job. They even have the antennas, which, yeah, it feels like it could snap off. We have antennas in the front, right here by my finger. This is where Luke and Leia and C-3PO and all them are watching Lando. We have our peg port right here. Or actually, I should say peg stick, because it goes into the port. Coming down, all this great detail. And then we have our butt. The engines we already looked at. Pretty nice. Then at the top, just great detail. Such a great design. Like, I always liked the Rebel ships because it looks like a junkyard. Like, you have all these various different civilizations giving them different ships and funding them. It's pretty nice. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I just love the mismatch of Rebel ships. And there's the bottom. This is a very cool looking ship. I really like these two little wings here. It's nice. In the movie we see it like this a lot. Or it's like that. Or it's like this. Just any angle, it looks pretty cool to the eye. And that's about it. I think I covered everything on this ship. It is very nice, and I may be biased. I love the ship a lot. And just like other Armada ships, you could put it right on the stand, slides in there. Again, this one's a little slanted, but it doesn't look bad. It's nice. With these tabletop games, I'm finding that it's a lot of imagination, too. And I like that. It gives you a lot of freedom in your own mind while you're playing. But, it's nice. I like it a lot. So now that I'm done going over the paint and the beautiful mold and, well, geez, I put it on a stand, I guess I'll take it off the stand and measure it. Then we'll compare it to some other ships. And, yeah, then we'll be done. When measuring a Nebulon B frigate from Star Wars Armada, this ship is a little over 3.5 inches. So it's a very nice sized ship. Now for comparison, I have it next to the CR-90 from the Star Wars Armada set, the Millennium Falcon from the Armada set, and the Republic Attack Cruiser from the Titanium line from Hasbro. And all the ships go great together. They're from different things, obviously, Hasbro and then Fantasy Flight Games. But the scale is similar. The Nebulon B frigate is very detailed, and yeah, they're great. Now, I wanted to have this big bad boy in here, but I couldn't get it on frame. Let me see if I could fit that on there for everybody, because I know a lot of people love this ship. Oh, geez, I'm going to have to lift it for this one, guys. Holy smokes. Such a big ship. Okay, we have our Corvette, our Nebulon B Frigate, and then we have the Imperial Star Destroyer, and you can see the size difference in this bad boy. Beautiful, beautiful ship. Actually, all these ships are beautiful, but I don't know, I have a special place in my heart for this bad boy. I think this is a masterpiece. But all these ships are great. It just depends on what you're into and what you're into collecting. And that does it for my review of the Star Wars Armada Nebulon B Frigate expansion pack. Now, if you have the core set, you already have the Nebulon B Frigate, and you also have the CR-90 Corellian Corvette. However, you can buy both individually to add to your Armada set. Which, like I said with the Blockade Runner, the more ships, the merrier. You know, it's Star Wars Armada. So, you're going to want to stack up on some. And this ship is great. Now, for the price point, like I brought up, it's around $20. I got mine on sale on Amazon, so I got lucky. But you can find them still today on sale on there. They're usually well under $20. I think I saw one a couple hours ago for about 12 or 13 or $11. Trust me, you could get this one cheap. The ship itself is very nice. It's extremely detailed. And yes, I am biased. I always wanted a Nebulon B to go with my titanium line made by Hasbro, but I could never get my hands on it, so I am glad to get one of these ships finally in some format. Now, besides this beautiful ship, you get the stand, you get some dials, you get the cards, which, the more upgrades the better. You could always make these ships unique, and you could turn a Star Destroyer into a Super Dreadnought, or turn one of these into a support ship that could just wipe out people from a distance. But it's up to you. I'm still learning the rules, like I mentioned with the Blockade Runner, but you could alter these ships to have a little more firepower, a little more help, and they also sell the flotillas with the Rebel transports, and they could heal your ship and help. So I love the mechanic here. It is great. Now, do I recommend this to everybody? No. These are very expensive. If you're into tabletop games, go for it. Like I mentioned before, I'm getting into it. I have a couple friends that want to play it, so I'm making a custom mat. I want a nice starfield, so I'm doing that at a caulk and duck mat. It's a canvas drop cloth or something. But, it is what it is. If you're looking for a Nebulon B, pick it up, because it is cheap enough. It's cheaper than finding the one from titanium. I bet you could probably alter this to fit on a titanium stand if you're good with a Dremel and some putty and stuff like that. But it is what it is. Again, this is all new to me for the most part. I'm still learning, so if I mess something up, I didn't mean to. That's why I'm not really going into the rules. I'm going to save that until I have my core set out so I can review that and go over it in more detail. But this is just basically what you get and the ship itself. So, again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.